He dropped 32 points in his finals debut. He's an NBA champion, a two-time All-NBA forward, and one of the most versatile players in the league. So why does no one talk about Pascal Siakam anymore? This is the story of a player who went from Cameroon to the G League to the top of the NBA, only to become one of the most overlooked stars in the game. Today, we're breaking down Pascal's journey, his impact, and whether he deserves far more respect than he's getting. Is Pascal Siakam one of the most overlooked stars in the league right now? Let us know what you think in the comments. Before Pascal Siakam ever picked up a basketball, he was expected to become a priest. Born on April 2, 1994 in Douala, Cameroon, to Chamo and Victory Siakam, he was the youngest of four brothers. His father, Chamo, worked for a local transit company and was also the mayor of Makanene. Pascal Siakam's early life was deeply rooted in faith and tradition. At just 11 years old, he was sent to seminary school, not to play sports, but to follow in spiritual footsteps. But his heart was always elsewhere. He idolized soccer legend Samuel Eto'o and spent his free time kicking a ball, not shooting a jumper. Everything changed when he attended a local camp hosted by NBA player Luc Mba Amute, whose parents lived just miles away. Siakam had almost no organized basketball experience, but his motor and hustle stood out immediately. There, despite having had virtually no basketball experience at the time, he gained attention for his apparent athleticism and extremely high energy level. As Raptors president Masai Ujiri, who had been at this camp, recalled, his effort was memorable. That effort earned him an invite to Basketball Without Borders, and eventually a chance to train in the US. At 18, Siakam moved to Texas, bouncing from one development camp to another before landing at God's Academy, a small prep school where barely anyone knew his name. He wasn't ranked. He wasn't on recruiting boards. But New Mexico State took a chance, and it paid off fast. After redshirting his first year due to injury, Siakam exploded as a college player, averaging 20.2 points and 11.6 rebounds and 2.2 blocks his sophomore year, winning the Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year and declaring for the draft. Frankly, many pundits and sports personalities agree that he wasn't supposed to be here, but his work ethic changed everything. No mixtapes, no McDonald's All-American nod, just a kid from Cameroon with a relentless motor, who no one was talking about yet. From priesthood to pro baller, is this the most unexpected NBA origin story you've ever heard? Drop a comment if you're rocking with Siakam's journey, and smash that subscribe button for more content like this. In 2016, Siakam was selected by the Toronto Raptors with a 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, with the franchise signing him to a rookie-scale contract on the 9th of July. He had no draft night hype, no ESPN highlight package, just a quiet handshake and a long road ahead. And that's exactly how Pascal liked it. On the 26th of October, he became the first rookie to start for the Raptors season opener since Jonas Valanciunas did so in 2012. Rising to the occasion, he hauled in 9 rebounds and notched 4 points in 21 minutes as Toronto beat the Detroit Pistons 109-91. It marked not only his NBA debut, but also the first NBA game that he had ever seen in person. Still, reality kicked in quickly. Just a few months into the season, he was sent back and forth between the Raptors and their G League affiliate, Raptors 905. For some players, that's a confidence killer. But Pascal? It was a blueprint. Accordingly, between games played for the Raptors, he led Toronto's affiliate team to the finals and helped them win a title by defeating the Rio Grande Valley Vipers 2-1 in the series. After averaging 23 points and 9 rebounds in that series, he was named the G League Finals MVP. It was clear that he developed under Masai Ujiri's bench mob system. However, he still faced challenges, especially from the media, as he was labeled limited ceiling. Obviously, he never had hype like his peers, seen as a role player at best. And that's the theme. Every time Siakam leveled up, the spotlight didn't. He won G League Finals MVP, made an NBA debut as a starter, and still got no hype. Why do you think Pascal Siakam stayed under the radar? Let us know below. You'd think a Finals MVP from the G League would be next in line for a breakout. But that wasn't Siakam's story. Despite flashes of brilliance, his rookie season was a roller coaster. He started 38 games, more than most late first-rounders, but his offense just wasn't there yet. No jumper, no rhythm, just raw instincts and motor. He had an energy level that was off the charts. combined with explosive power that allowed him to slip around screens, run the floor, set picks, and send basketballs out of play with fiery blocks. Siakam could effectively read a defense in transition to spot the open man and cut the backdoor to throw down posterizing dunks. His level of skill this early in his career was something that couldn't be coached. It was natural. It was innate. It was one of a kind. He wasn't putting up flashy numbers, just 4.2 points and 3.4 rebounds a night, but coaches noticed something stats couldn't capture. Pascal was everywhere, one assistant said, even when the ball wasn't. By year 2, things began to look up. Siakam cemented himself as a productive bench contributor for Toronto. He recorded a then career-high 20 points during a 117-112 loss to the Golden State Warriors on the 25th of October 2017. For the 2017-18 season, the Raptors' offensive rating was 4 points better with Siakam on the floor, compared to 7 points worse his rookie year. His averages improved from 4.3 points per game to 7.3, from 3.4 rebounds per game to 4.5, and from 0.3 assists per game to 2. He drew comparisons to Warriors forward Draymond Green for such qualities as his rare ability to guard all positions, his shrewd basketball knowledge, and his internal confidence. And yet, still no buzz. Still no talk. No NBA feature stories. No SportsCenter highlights. No breakout segment on First Take. Just a second-year forward, quietly evolving behind the scenes. He turned a rough rookie year into a real impact season, and no one cared. If you were watching back then, drop a comment to rep the ones who noticed, and hit that subscribe button for more ballerspectives. The 2018-19 season changed everything, or at least it should have. This was the year Pascal Siakam went from intriguing rotation player to the Raptors' secret weapon. He averaged nearly 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. His three-point percentage jumped to 36%. He wasn't just hustling anymore. He was hitting game winners, dropping 40-point nights, and guarding the league's best wings. He outplayed all-stars. He outworked stars. And when the Raptors made their championship run, Siakam didn't just tag along. He showed up. In the finals against Golden State, he showed up in Game 1 and hit 32 points, 8 rebounds, and clamped on Kevin Durant. Read that again, 32 points, while guarding Kevin Durant. Then in the clincher in Game 6, he hit 26 points, 10 rebounds, and the shot that sealed Toronto's first ever NBA title. These outstanding performances throughout the season earned him a lucrative contract. On the 19th of October 2019, Siakam agreed to a 4-year, $130 million extension with Toronto. It was a fairy tale leap, the kind of leap that usually turns a player into a household name. But somehow, the spotlight didn't follow. If Siakam was good in the 2018-2019 season, he was even better in the 2019-2020. He became the number 1 option post-Kawhi for the Raptors. Siakam recorded 34 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block in 38 minutes played in the NBA's season-opening game to help the Raptors beat the New Orleans Pelicans 130-122. He also matched his career highs in both offensive rebounds, made free throws, and set a new career high in field goals attempted. On the 8th of November, Siakam scored a career-high 44 points in a 122-104 win over the Pelicans. These performances weren't unnoticed, and Siakam was selected to his first career All-Star nod, being named a starter in the 2020 NBA All-Star Game. Siakam became the first player to play in the G League to start in the All-Star Game, and yet Siakam still felt like a name people skipped over. Other stars with half the resume got twice the recognition. It didn't make sense, unless you were really paying attention. From most improved to NBA champion to All-Star starter, and still not a media favorite. Why do you think Siakam never got the spotlight he earned? Sound off below. With a championship ring, an All-Star nod, and most improved honors under his belt, you'd think the noise would finally catch up. But instead of praise, Siakam got picked apart. After Kawhi left, he became the Raptors' go-to option. And immediately, the critiques started rolling in. He's not a number 1. He over-dribbles. He fades in the playoffs. Some of it was fair. His shot creation under pressure needed work. His handle got shaky in tight coverage. And yes, the bubble playoffs against Boston weren't his best showing. But what other players get called busts for making the second round with 23 points per game? Even as he bounced back statistically, it felt like the narrative had already locked in, that Pascal Siakam had hit his ceiling. Injuries didn't help. Neither did trying to coexist with a young star in Scottie Barnes. And while Siakam adjusted, adding playmaking, refining his jumper, expanding his mid-range, the spotlight never quite returned. He plays the right way, one scout said, but that doesn't trend. That might be the story of Siakam's career. Consistently excellent, but never loud enough to trend. Siakam got more hate as a number one than praise as a champion. Was the criticism fair? Or did fans just move on too fast? Let us know in the comments. In 2024, Pascal Siakam got traded, and once again, the league barely blinked. The Raptors sent him to Indiana in a 3-team deal in exchange for Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, Kira Lewis Jr., and 3 first-round draft picks. No headlines, no debate shows, just another all-star quietly moved. 2 days later, on the 19th of January, Siakam made his Pacers debut, putting up 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists in a 118-115 loss against the Portland Trail Blazers. He has produced a strong post-trade performance, helping anchor the Pacers' playoff push. In Game 1 of the Pacers' first-round playoff series against the Milwaukee Bucks, Siakam posted a then-playoff career-high 36 points and tied his playoff career high with 13 rebounds in a 109-94 loss. In Game 2, Siakam scored a playoff career-high 37 points, along with 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 0 turnovers in a 125-108 victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. The Pacers defeated the Knicks in 7 games to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, the franchise's first since 2014. The Pacers eventually lost the series to the eventual NBA champion Celtics in 4 games. He is still averaging 20-plus points per game with improved efficiency and leadership roles. Overall, he has shown himself as a versatile defender, connector, and secondary scorer, and thriving in Rick Carlisle's system. According to Coach Carlisle, he's proving that he can thrive in a faster-paced, system-based offense, just like he did in Toronto. In the current season, he has become even better. On the 8th of July 2024, Siakam re-signed with the Pacers to a 4-year, $189.5 million contract. On the 30th of October, Siakam scored 29 points and hit a game winner in a 135-132 overtime victory against the Boston Celtics in a playoff rematch. On January 29, 2025, Siakam scored a season-high 37 points on 15 of 21 shooting from the field in a 133-119 win over the Detroit Pistons. On May 13th, Siakam had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in a 114-105 closeout win over the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 5, helping lead the Indiana Pacers to their second consecutive Eastern Conference Finals. In Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Siakam scored a playoff career-high 39 points on 15 of 21 shooting in a 114-109 win over the New York Knicks, as the Pacers took a 2-0 series lead. In Game 4 of the series, Siakam delivered 30 points on 11 of 21 shooting as the Pacers took a 3-1 lead. Siakam recorded 31 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks in Game 6 to help the Pacers reach a 125-108 victory over the Knicks, granting him his second visit to the NBA Finals and the first appearance for the Pacers since 2000. He was named the Eastern Conference Finals MVP after averaging 24.8 points per game on 52.4% shooting from the field and 50% from three-point range. Eastern Conference Finals MVP, leading the Pacers to the finals. And still no hype. Why do you think Siakam keeps getting overlooked, even when he wins? Tell us in the comments. Already, Siakam has an NBA Championship Most Improved Player award. He has been named 2-time All-NBA and 2-time All-Star, even though he took the rare path through the G League in addition to his late start. If he wins again in Indiana, it will cement him as a championship-caliber piece across 2 eras. His incredible playing style has been compared to a hybrid of Shawn Marion's motor plus Kawhi's defensive upside, which is unique in today's NBA. Most importantly, he doesn't chase clout, just wins. Pascal Siakam might not be the loudest star, but his impact is undeniable. He's a champion, a leader, and one of the most complete forwards in the league. So what do you think? Is Pascal Siakam one of the most overlooked stars in the modern NBA? Or does he just let his game speak? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe real hoopers deserve real recognition, hit like and subscribe to Ballerspectives. where stories like this get the spotlight they've earned.